Okay, so welcome back. It's Friday morning. I don't know about you, but weather's been pretty rubbish. So it's incredibly wet, and so I can't really get on with the farm work. So I thought what I'd do is I'd come in here and start prepping for Dijon. But Castle Combe was last weekend, and I had an absolutely fantastic weekend. And but normally we have some in-car footage to show you. Unfortunately, I haven't got any because I had a card issue with the camera, and I say it's a card issue, it's probably an operator issue because to free up some space I deleted some files, and what I should have done was formatted the card, and I didn't do that, but next time we'll know, won't we? So I do apologise for that. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just have a quick rundown of what happened at Castle Combe. I know we had the video of the vlog as it went along, but I thought, well, I'd just share a few things. It's the first time I'd ever driven on these wet weather tyres, and the car was absolutely brilliant. And I think I've got a new skill, and that's I can actually drive in the wet. We did alter the car. We took the rear bar off. I put the brake bars back to the rear, which I actually, having now said that, I must do it back again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the car back to the dry setting as it was normally. I've written it all down in the book, so, what I did. So I'm just going to reverse all that. My friend Ben was there, and we changed the rebound on the shocks. Now, it's not something I've ever done before, but whatever difference it made, the car was beautiful. It drove beautifully. It just, you know, when you sort of like you almost know what it's going to do before you turn or anything. The car just felt absolutely fantastic. It gave me a lot of confidence, and as a result, I qualified 9th, which is my fastest, is my best qualifying position. But more importantly, I was in front of people that I'm normally behind, so that was quite good. The dry race wasn't quite so good in that I made a terrible start, but we still finished 10th, so that was good. And then on the last race, we reverted all back to wet settings again. And again, the car just felt magic. On the opening lap, I wasn't quite sure how much grip there was, so I was sort of like, in warming the tyres up, I was snicking it down into second and gunning it and trying to gauge what the reaction of the tyres, what was going to happen, and just managed to find the grip. So I was really pleased. One of the things I did notice is on the videos that Jane did from the outside, there was a puddle going into camp, and I went for it every time, and whereas others avoided it. And I don't know whether that was, I don't know, I think it's just sort of like a thing. You get set in your mind where you want to position the car. I didn't even notice the puddle. So yeah, so I had an absolutely wonderful weekend. It was very wet. It was miserable when you weren't in the car. You know, the paddock was wet. There was water running through our you know, under our tent where we were trying to prep the cars. But the circuit is absolutely fantastic, and I think it's a circuit that obviously just suits my driving style. So yeah, really pleased with that. But Dijon's next weekend, and we're actually leaving. We'll be leaving on Wednesday to go there. So the car is, I've brought it in here. I got it out of the trailer and I've left it in here, and we put the heater on just to dry it out. But it's absolutely filthy. So so I think the first thing to do is get the wheels off and give everything a good clean. And then the things that I want to concentrate on. I want to change the gear ratios. The gear ratios don't change much, but I want to change the gear ratios. But in any case, I want to take it off and just check to make sure they're okay. The other thing I want to do is the front wheel bearings, because it was very wet. there's a danger of the water getting in there. So, and I don't know if this is the case, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the bearings out, clean them, re-grease them. So that's what we're going to do, and let's get on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the hub off, take the bearings out, clean them up and re-grease them. So normally what I do is just undo it and repack it with grease. But because we had a wet race or a wet weekend at Castle Combe, I just want to take it out and clean it and make sure we haven't got any water got in there. I'm probably being over cautious, but while I've got the time to do that, I might as well. So the brakes out, brake pads are absolutely fine. I mean that runs okay, but I haven't done, this will be the first time this season I've actually taken them out. Right, so what we'll do now is we'll just clean this. Oh, it's come off. You look at that grease; it does look like it's sort of like been washed away with water. So what we'll do is we'll get some brake and clutch cleaner on there, and just clean everything up, and grease it all up, and put it back together. Okay, so I use, this is Silcoline, it's a synthetic racing grease. It's high temperature grease, it's red in colour, and what you do is you get the bearings and coat them in grease. And really push it into the balls. Or the rollers, I should say. Okay, so we put a new split bin in. And that's how you burnt your bearings to be. Perfect.
Call it a day. Fight off 1,000 monsters hiding in the sands on Mars. Hijack a flying saucer. Steady on the hand, fly home, sweet home, where the saucers go to get all cleaned up and put away. Call it a day.
Okay, so there we go. So just a short one. I didn't video doing the gearbox because we've already covered that in a previous video. The only other thing I did do is put the straight pipe back on because we're allowed to run unsilenced at Dijon. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Next time we'll be racing at Dijon, hopefully. So don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave any comments, and we'll see you next time. And remember, how hard can it be?